state retirement age. That's changing as well. I printed this off because when I was thinking about it last night, I started looking at the rules and I thought, that looks a bit complicated to me, and it is, so I printed it off. The nub of that is that state retirement age for people of our age group is moving up and up and up. We're going to have to work later until we actually receive our equivalent £102 a week. So the answer to all of that is, if you haven't started thinking about pension planning, now's the time. But don't try and do it yourself. Take some advice. There's advice available from accountants, financial advisors. You'll always find a financial advisor at any of these networking events. Hopefully you've got one. If not, you've got two in the room here. You're more than happy to talk to you. Talk to product providers. Today's a brilliant time to actually speak to a product provider. This is why I've asked Alf to come along. So don't just take it from me. You might think, oh, Toby's a nice bloke, he's a bit of a salesman. Well, actually, I'm not. What I wanted you to do is get the chance to meet somebody who works in pension provision, who can tell you a little bit about how they work. But for heaven's sake, take advice. Okay, so hopefully that was useful, and I'm completely open now for any questions. So, sure.
Not just giving my age away, but I opted out of SERPs in the 80s. Was that the best thing to do? Should I go back in?
SERPs was taken over by state second pension.
Right.
Opting out is actually being scrapped under the new legislation that comes in next year. What you need to do is actually have a look at where that pot is being invested.
Right.
Because, yes, it could be a good idea, but it's only a small part of pension planning that should sit alongside contributing into some type of pension bill. So the short answer is you need to look at it, or you need someone to look at it for you. Okay? Anyone else? Guaranteed pension plans. The only other one that's never been known to go down is Pru. So a lot depends on how big the pot is. I need a pot of more than 50,000 to actually access MetLife's products, and their minimum premiums are around about $250 a month now. So depending on how much you're willing to put into pension planning will depend on which provider you go to. What a lot of people I've found got are people move around from company to company to company, and they may have a pension from one company, a pension from another one, here, a little pot there. Now, depending on the types of pension plans they are, if they're final salary, rule of thumb, keep it, because the pension calculation is based on how many years of service. If it's something that's invested, then get somebody to have a look at it, because you can amalgamate them in and put them into one of these capital guaranteed pots. So therefore it physically can't go down. Grab a few minutes with Alf later on. He'll explain how it works a bit more. Or grab me.
I come across a lot of people across the network who've got no pensions. They're now probably similar to me, getting on to late 40s, with no pension, and probably stopped and stand in their 20s because they've been and now they're in a position of what do they
money into the pension fund. Otherwise, they are not going to have any impact.
Fast on the money,
Well, you've got to make a start. So when I look at someone's pension planning, it's more of a case of, well, how much can you physically put in there? You don't start talking about 20, 30, 40 pounds a month. Start thinking a couple of £100 a month. And the more that the financial advisor can nick from your income and put away for you for your retirement and get tax relief on top of that, the bigger this pot's going to be.
I was coming from the figure that we had in the Foresights somewhere about 3 or 4 months ago, and they said she'd give you a standard of living, say, of 15 grand a year. You've got to have a seriously large pot now.
Well, I actually reckon that 100,000 gives you about 7,000 or 8,000. So 200,000 would give you 15,000 a year. So therefore, you've got to start somewhere. And if you haven't started in your 40s, you've got to start thinking about putting some money away. See, we think nothing of going out to a restaurant and blowing £100 in an evening. Well, how about instead of putting a little bit of that money into a pension pot?
Can I add something as well? Sorry, Tony, to cut you. Longevity is a big issue at the moment for retirees. People are living 30, 40 years.
I meet people every week who are some in the 50s, they've been in business for years, but they've been fighting business all that time.
Yeah.
They all saying, oh my God, I'm whatever age, 50, 55, all this thing, I've got to find a way of making money because I've got nothing.
See, what they can do is you can physically put 100% of net relevant earnings into a pension pot. So, therefore, you're now no longer really limited into what you can put into it. And this is great for business owners, because if you think about it, if you're making a profit, you come to the end of the year and you've made a profit. Now, do you want to pay a large amount of this profit to the inland revenue, or would you like them to give you some money back in tax relief? Well, I don't like paying the inland revenue too much. So I wait until the end of the year, because you don't have to do monthlies. You can do quarterly, you can do annually, you can do ad hoc lump sums, but you've got to do something. Doing nothing is not an option, unless you want to be poor.
1 minute, Tony.
You were saying I don't know what's a 70. But the way I look at it, my father retired at 65.
Yeah.
You know, he was during the war, and I just think in some ways we're living a hell of a lot longer.
Yes, definitely.
And we've had it too easy, and we think, oh, why can't we practice? And in practice we can't because we've got there are too many of us, and there are too many of us who can face the power. And I think working to 70 is frankly equivalent to my dad working 65. And okay, if you can afford not to, great, well done. But you should just accept that is what you may have to do.
I think if you can manage to slow down in retirement, so if you've got a pot of income that you can draw off of, you don't have to work so hard, and therefore, hopefully, you live a bit longer, as opposed to dying at desk.
Can I just add in more very reinforce what Tony said? The majority of people I work with who are not startups are looking to groom the business for sale. Most of the businesses have no values, which is a very depressing conversation to have with people. Basically, on the day they stop it. Now, if they have a business that somebody else is going to want to buy, it's attractive, then you can factor that in. Basically, a plug number.
Yeah.
Or the plug number has to be what's my pension going to be to manage the shortfall between what I can sell the business for and what's the capital sum I need for my retirement.
Yeah. And then finding somebody to actually buy the practice, which is difficult. I mean, you can sell IFA practices, but actually getting anyone to give you more than 2-3 times your income on that, your annual income, very, very hard.
Okay. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we come to